Hi my dear friends, today I like to make one more YouTube video. In this video I like to explain the port forwarding of a home router. For that purpose, for showing the demonstration, I am using my home router. My home router is a TP-Link router, so I will show the demonstration in that router. For getting the default page or setting page of the router, we have to type the default IP address of the router in the web browser. Default IP address of my router is 192.168.0.1. Sorry, 192.168.0.1. So this is the default IP address for the commonly available router in the market. If you are after typing this IP address, you are not getting the setting page or setting page, then you can refer the manual of that particular device. Now my default IP address is this 192.168.0.1. After typing that, the router is asking for the username and password. So you can put the username and password of your router. Then it will take you to the setting page of the router. If you don't know the username or password, you can refer for the first time. You can refer the manual of that particular router so that it will be get it. After that, you can change the password. I already changed. That's the reason it is asking. Normally, by default, the password is coming for some companies admin. Some other company may be blank or something like that. You have to check the catalog for that. After that, you will get this setting page of the router. In this page, you can lot of the option you will get it. In one of that option is called port forwarding or forwarding option. I will explain what is the use of that port forwarding in this video. Before that, I want to just say some words about the router. What is the purpose of this router? Router is using to connect our all PC, laptop, and mobile phone to the network. For that purpose, this router is giving allowed connect all other device like a home PC, a desktop PC or laptop PC and mobile phones to this router. It will allow make connection all the device to its router, and after that, whenever any one of the connected device is requesting for a service, web service or website or something, it will be that request, the router will forward that request to the ISP so that we can get the reply from the internet server. When the internet server, the reply will come back to this router, and the router will be send that reply to the connected device, which device is actually asked for the reply. For that purpose, I will show the this one in this my IP and MAC binding IRP list. One option is there. In this option, now you can see there is 5 devices is already connected in my router. Different 5 devices is connected in my home router, and any one of this device is requested for a web service. This request will go to the router, and the router will forward that request to the internet server, and the reply will be delivered to the particular device. This is the common function of the router. Everybody is using the router for that purpose. But in this video, I explaining the reverse process. By this, actually, what we can do, we can get the contact with the any of these devices connected to this router from the outside, from our home, or from office or any other house. We can sit in the internet, and we can connect to the our home devices from outside. For that purpose, I will explain how it will be work. Actually, if you check for the router, every router have a public IP address. That means this router is also connected to the internet service provider, and in that internet service provider is given a particular specific IP address to this our home router, and this router is connected to all other devices, and our router is giving a internal IP address for the other devices. So whenever so first of all we have to check our current WAN IP address of the router, which IP address is given from the ISP. Or you can check here in the status also. Here this IP address you can like see WAN IP address. IP address is 5.5.107.151.209. This is the public IP address of our router. So whenever we type this address in any address bar, so from any outside world, that request is coming to our router, but the router don't know where it should be forwarded, so we will not get any output for this. So that purpose, before we have to tell our router to, if we get some request from outside, it should be delivered to a particular device already connected to this router. For that purpose we are using the port forwarding function. If we type any IP address or anything in the web address like this one 5.107.151.209, by default the server will be put like a colon 80. This is the default port. This is by default. If we didn't put also, this server will automatically put this one. This is the also we can check the IP address in the Google also. That time you can get the IP address. This is the IP address. The same one now you already get it from the router. This is the public IP address. We can copy this one and this one. So now for that purpose we have to tell our router, if we get any request from outside, it should be forwarded. So for that purpose we have to assign some particular port number to this router. Here is one option is available, forwarding. In this option we go forwarding. Here already I added some port, like you can also add or edit the port. Add, if you want to add a new port, you can click here new port, then some options is coming. One is called service port. This is the service port. That means the request is coming along with this port number. That is the meaning of the service port. Suppose our IP address is 5.2, here it is there 5.107.151.209 is the public IP address. If we type this address from anywhere else in the world, it will directly come to our home server. But this IP address is not a static IP address, it is a changing IP address. Whenever you switch off the router and switch on again, that IP address will be changed. First of all, you want to know about the correct IP address of your public IP address of your home router. Then after that, you can type this IP address from anywhere in the world. It will reach to your up to your router, but your router don't know where it should be delivered and which service actually you want to operate it. I will explain all that things one by one. So first, before that, I will tell the service port. So now we will assign one service port here. I will go back. I already assigned one service port. 12.1250 is the service port. So here is the service port, and other one is internal port and the IP address. In this case, I shown here in the DHCP setting. You can see the DHCP client list. Lot of the in this client list there is the IP address 105 is here. In this 105 I have one server. In that server I am hosting some files. So these files you can access, because any server or any other device, otherwise some IP camera, if you have some IP camera in your home, That one you can connect it in the internet and you can see the camera from outside the home. So in this case, I am not using the camera. I am using a server. That server is connected with the internal IP address of 192.168.0.105. This IP address is provided by my router to that particular device. So it now I want to connect my this server from outside. So that purpose I am using this forwarding function, and in this forwarding function you have to add new port. In this case I already added. You can fill this one, service port number 121250. You can put any number here, but some standard number like 80 or 8080, that type of port is a standard port. Maybe it is blocked by the ISP, so use some non-standard port like 1250 for the testing purpose. You can use 1250. Some range of ports number you can use here. You can check the catalog up to which range you can use it. The internal port is the port. That means the external port. This service port means the IP address will coming along with the after the public IP address. You have to give this port number. So then the IP address is also there. In this, I will show here. So this item number 1250 is the port number, service port. So if I type public IP address, this one 5.107.151.2.9 along with the port number 1250, which I assigned to my router. What we assigned, if we receive a request along with the port number 1250, it should be transferred to the IP address 192. It should be transferred to the device which have the IP address 192.168.0.105. Okay, so now I configure this router in that way. So after that, if I type this one, my public IP address along with this 1250 port number, directly it will go to that particular server. This is the server page. That 105 is the IP address of the server. Here I am showing this 1250, and this internal port number is in this 192.168.0.105 have the server, and that server is servicing the web pages in the port number 80. That is the internal port. That is the setting of that server. That port number also, if you want, you can change it, but that is giving in 80. Even though in this example I put this external IP address colon 121250. This is the port number. So the external request is coming and it is forwarding to that 1250 port number. So it is forwarding to the IP address 192.168.0.105. There is one server, so that server page is showing here. So this number, external number, I am putting here, and it will come from outside home also. I will show that one also. Before that, I will show this one. Not if I instead of this address, if I directly write 192.168.0.105, also this page will be show, because this 192.161.105 is in the local network. Directly this request will be go in my local PC. But if you type from outside this one 192.168.0.105, it will not come. So from outside your home, you have to write the public IP address of your mm, router, public IP address of your router. This is the public IP address, and you set the put the colon and the set port number 1250. Then automatically this request will be, your router will be forward this request to the IP device having the IP address 105. That IP address have the server, and we can show the server pages. So this is the method. Like this, you can access your by the use of this port forwarding option. This is called port forwarding. This forwarding option, we are forwarding the port number to a particular IP address in this 105, and this internal port number is the service port of that server. So I think everything is clear. Now in this case, I also want to show one more thing, because In the previous video I made it for the for accessing the home router. 1 minute. Accessing the home router. Oh, I want to show because in the last video I made the one another video how we can access our home router from the outside in the same way I demonstrated, but one of my viewer is asking, you are not showing properly, you cannot do like that from outside, so you have to show from the other network and all. So I just want to show the same thing in the this one. I want to disconnect my internet connection now. I removed my internet connection, you can see here, and I am going to be connect the this one Honor 8 Lite 2. This is from my mobile data plan. Now mobile hotspot I am connecting to this computer. Now it is connected to this my laptop is with my mobile phone. So this current my this laptop is terminated from the my home network, and now it is connected to my mobile, that is different network. So if you after this if you change this page, this 192.168, you are not getting, look, it is rotating here, the page is not coming. Same way if you do this one also, not this one. In this case, previously 192.168.105, if you type also, it will not come because now this computer is connected with this different network. So in that network, there is no this. This is not connected to with the router. This is connected with my mobile phone. So I have to this things again. You can check it with the IP address. NDDRSS. Google will give the current IP address of your laptop. Now look, this is the current IP address 172.2.0.2.4.126, and you know the previous my home IP address is not this one. This is now changed. So the previous IP address is different one. Now that we know that previous address, we will paste it here. Paste. This was my previous. Minus 5 is not there. This was my previous address. So that one along with this 1250 port number I am typing, it is directly coming to my server. This is from the external network. So you can also use this one. I am using this support forwarding function from last 10 years. It is perfectly working. I am accessing my computer from my office also, so it is working. So I think this video you understand the port for. I will show you in this one again. This dashboard I have one, my server have one folder JOM. If you type it, it will open the that server file. One file I keep in this flower. You can see this one. This is I am accessing my server which is staying in my home, and my this current laptop which I am recording is connected with a different IP address from my mobile data plan, and I am accessing that one. I hope you understand this video in each and every thing. In the next video, I will explain how we can arrange, how we can set our personal PC as a server and keep the files and accessing from the outside. I hope this video is helpful for you. If you enjoy this video, please share to you with your friends, and also subscribe my channel for the future videos. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the watching.